This is Romans 13, 1 and 2. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Kal halal Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Hashem or Kwakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Peace and salutations, there, brothers on down, teaching, preaching, pushing this gospel. Good news to the four corners of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect of Israel. Greetings also to the few sisters that tune into these video epistles. We call this lesson, Satan is not confused about his role in the Most High's movie. And there's no confusion where our power dwells. Thought just come to me looking around thinking about what could be used for a lesson, edification, exhortation, which is what these lessons, these epistles are all about. They're aimed at the hopeful elect. That's who we call ourselves. Our power, his name is Yahweh, his only begotten son is Yahweh Shai, and we are the true children of Israel. They're calling us bywords of Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the dispersed, the diaspora, but we've gone past caring what they want to call us anymore. And so they're pushing their madness. They who? Well, it's they who come under the spell of the Edomite, the white man, that devil that is in the scriptures. He's taking his orders from Satan, Shaitan. So I want to speak a little bit about the confusion that this man is putting out there. And those of us, the Hebrew Israelites, who have succumbed to his madness. Satan means adversary. He's the master of chaos and confusion. What is he adverse to? Well, his righteousness. That's what he's all about. Babylon the Great, that's America, modern day Babylon. Great confusion. Con means with, fuse, well, fuse to join things together. It's great confusion. That's exactly what it is. So Esau, Edom, who is doing the bidding of the adversary in the earth. He's deluded by his own lies and the deceit and all the madness that he's putting out there. And the Hebrew Israelites, well, those of us calling ourselves the hopeful elect, we've been woken up, we've been shaken up from our slumber. But there is just one power. There isn't another power for you to worship. It's Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Satan takes his orders from the Most High. Actually, we're going to get into some of that. Where is going to start first? I think we're going to stay with Romans 13. Let's go now from 11. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, and not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. But put ye on the Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lusts thereof. There's that other scripture, I think it's Ecclesiastes 3, talks about the time for this, time for that. It's time to wake up out of the madness, to understand the power you serve. Let's look a little bit on this power here, because some just can't understand, can't accept that our power, whose name is Yahweh, his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. He's the creator of all things, not just the things that you think, oh, this is nice, oh, this one over here, this thing, oh, God created this, who you call God, and this over here, this isn't very pleasant, so then there's this other person, oh, his name is Satan or the devil, oh, he created that, and he's off on his own doing what he likes. No. 1 Samuel 2 and 6, for the Lord killeth, Lord in all caps is Yahweh. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. Just want to hit a few points here. Let's get the one in Isaiah. We often read it, we're going to read it again. 45 and 7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Where does it say there's some other person doing it? Let's actually just read up a bit. Let's go from 45. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. See? I will not give my glory unto another. Let's get Job with this conversation here between Job. Let's just read it. Job 2. Let's go from 1. Job 2. Let's start at the top. Again, there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. Actually, before we go any further, let's just read. I was looking at a dictionary before. I put in present themselves and got a definition. And hear what it says, what Google brought up. I think this is a Merriam simple definition here. Present themselves definition. To bring or introduce into the presence of someone, especially of superior rank or status. You see? So you see, Satan came to present himself, and yet you got people thinking, well, he's the power. Well, he's come to present himself as the Son of the Most High. You see? Let's just read it again, Job 2 and 1 again. There was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, and Satan, Satanas, Shaitan, name meaning adversary, came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. In other words, he's doing what he is told. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? That means, so Job is not, Satan is not confused about what his role is in the movie. He's walking up and down, so he's creating mischief, doing what he's supposed to do, attacking the servants of the Most High, challenging them, trying to trip them up, setting up snares and traps. So have you considered my servant amongst all the other servants? Have you considered this servant, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth me to avoid evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although you movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord. This is a back and forth going on here. And said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man has will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand. So you can have a go at him, see what you can achieve, but save his life. He's not allowed to kill him. Verse 7, so Satan, the adversary, the Son of God, Satan, went forth from the presence, from presenting himself to one who is superior, presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. We know the story. I just wanted to make a point there. Who's in charge? Who's running things? Who's in charge of this relationship here? Who's got the upper hand? Who's presenting themselves to who? It's a superior rank. So the majority of folks were tricked into Satan worship. They're actually admiring their trickery, the sleight of hand, smoke and mirrors, and all these, the deceit, the lies, the slander. We've fallen for it and actually started worshiping him. So a bunch of us have joined ourselves unto this man. Let's get some more here. Job 10, 21 and 22. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. A land of darkness, a darkness itself, and the shadow of death, without any order. Where could he be speaking about? and where the light is as darkness. Babylon the Great, great confusion, America, just madness coming out of that place. You wonder what you're looking at when you see the news. You're in a state of permanent vexation. Where we're going to go to? Let's get some more on that. Let's go to, where am I? Yes, Isaiah 5. Let's go from 20. Isaiah 5, go from 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Everything's upside down in that place. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes, and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward. You can do anything, you worship anything, it doesn't matter, just anything you want, you can just do it here. And take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. So they've got a reward coming for the madness that they're spewing out there. Let's get some more. Isaiah 29, 15 and 16. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? That's what this so-called white man, that devil, that's in the scripture, that's what he's saying. He's coming with his technologies, CRISPR technology, with their gene editing. You can create whatever type of human being you like, void of such and such issues. So we're going to design, so the creation is not good enough, so we're going to create. He made me not. Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? That's exactly what they're putting forward. Let's get what Paul saw in his vision. I think it is when he was stoned and they thought he was left him for dead. 2 Corinthians 12. Let's get the first few verses here. It is not expedient, starting at the top, for me, doubtless to glory. I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord. I knew a man in Yahushua above 14 years ago. Whether in the body I cannot tell, or whether out of the body I cannot tell. The Most High knoweth, such an one caught up to the third heaven. And what did Paul see in his vision? Did he see madness and confusion and everything out of place? And I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of body I cannot tell. The Most High knoweth. How that he was caught up into paradise. He didn't say I was caught up into confusion and I saw all this madness where no one knew who was in charge and what was happening, and heard unspeakable words, which it's not lawful for a man to utter. Perfect order was there. Psalm 103. Let's go from 20. Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of the word. No confusion here. Blessed be the Lord, all ye his hosts, ye ministers of his, that do his pleasure. Not sometimes, all the time. Bless the Lord, all his works, in all places of his dominion. Bless the Lord, O my soul. We don't see any confusion here in who's playing what role. Let's get the Apocryphas, get a few from there and wrap it up. 2 Esdras 4. You can just add one verse here to make the point. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. Sirach 42. Let's go from 18. He seeketh out the deep and the heart, and considereth their crafty devices. For the Lord knoweth all that may be known, and he beholdeth the signs of the world. He declareth the things that are past, and for to come, and revealeth the steps of hidden things. No thought escapeth him, neither any word is hidden from him. He hath garnished the excellent works of his wisdom, and he is from everlasting to everlasting. Unto him may nothing be added, nothing can be diminished, and he hath no need of any counselor. There's some people thinking they're going to create their own God. They have. That's where all this idol worship comes from. And unfortunately, so many of Hebrew Israelites have joined themselves unto this man. Oh, how desirable are all his works. This is Sirach 42 and 22. Oh, how desirable are all his works, and that a man may see even to a spark. All these things live and remain forever for all uses, and they are all obedient. No confusion here. All things are double, one against another, and he hath made nothing imperfect. One thing establisheth the good of another, and who shall be filled with beholding his glory? Wonderful words here. This thought come to me just to say something on this, because there isn't any confusion in the heavens. I'm going to these churches with their foolish doctrine that's been put there from all these myths about fighting and disorderly carry on, and Satan getting all these 1/3 of the angels down like a mutiny, and there's a fight going on, and nothing could be further from the truth. This is total and utter madness that's being pushed in these churches. So I won't stretch the lesson beyond where it needs to be. Listening to Satan is not confused about his role in the Most High's movie. Shalom to the next one.